RapeLay. Game controversy comes in many strokes, and there are several games with certain controversial elements that will allow them to live well beyond their time in the spotlight, not as a cultural force, but as something to be gawked at. Case in point, RapeLay. This is a Japanese eroge released in Japan in 2006, developed by a company with a long history of eroges known as Illusionsoft. It revolves around the player character being released from prison following a sexual assault that they committed, and them getting their revenge on the victim and their family via rape. Now, this thing has been brought up and discussed to death for many years at this point, so let's get the obvious out of the way. Yes, it's pretty gross, and yes, this is not the only kind of game to feature this kind of content. But allow me to provide just a small bit of context for it. This title, like many of Illusion's other titles, was only released and sold in Japan. However, 3 years after its release, it was found to be sold as an import on Amazon for several countries worldwide, and that eventually caught the attention of politician and recurring guest on our show, Keith Vaz, who then made a massive stink about it. Following this, many other people made an even larger stink about it, and the game was banned in several countries and eventually pulled from distribution. Illusion continued making eroges up until their demise last year, and as far as I know, none of those games' content ever came on to the level of RapeLay, so again, just be thankful we don't have another repeat on our hand. Part of me wonders if it could have just been any game in this vein, considering the Wild West that was the Amazon market back in the day. But, well, I think just the very concept of it, and the inclusion of the underage character, was just the extra bit of shock that it needed to allow it to linger in the gaming subconscious for so long.